Hey guys, today we are going to be making some super easy, super quick pickles. Basically, we're just going to make a little quick pickle brine. We're going to chop up our cucumbers to however we like them, throw them in a mason jar or an old pasta jar, and we're going to leave them in the fridge for 2 days. Couldn't be simpler, fresh, crispy pickles that you could just eat right out of the jar. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's talk about the ingredients. Some cucumbers, garlic, onion, fresh dill, a little bit of ground mustard, red chili flakes, and some whole peppercorn. For the brine, we're going to be using white vinegar, sugar, salt, and some water. So first things first, we are going to go ahead and make the brine. The brine is basically just vinegar, salt, water blend, and that's what's going to turn our cucumbers into a pickle. A brine is super simple. We're going to start with our white vinegar, and we're going to do 1.5 cups of this. And we're going to add it to our saucepan. Next, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of salt to this. It doesn't matter, use whatever cheap salt, kosher salt. I'm just using my table salt because it's what I have. No need to use a fancy expensive salt on this though. Next, 2 tablespoons of sugar. And there you have it. So we're going to go ahead and heat this on the stove now, on medium heat, just until the salt and the sugar have dissolved. Now that we went ahead and made our pickle brine, we are going to start stuffing the pickle jar with everything that's going to make your cucumber taste like a pickle. I'm going to use a handful of fresh dill. Just shove it down in there. I like to add a couple of whole red onions. We're not going to cut these small. We're just going to leave them like that, but they're going to give us a nice flavor. Next, our 4 cloves of garlic. We're not going to bother mincing these. We're just going to make some little slices. Just like that. Add them to our jar. Except for that one on the floor. Next, whole peppercorn. If you don't have whole peppercorn, you can use just regular powdered black pepper, but it's going to get in your teeth and be kind of unpleasant while you're eating pickles. So I recommend the whole stuff. We're going to maybe throw that many in there. Maybe a teaspoon is kind of what you're going for. Next, ground mustard. If you have whole mustard seed, it's better, but I didn't, and I didn't feel like going to the store. So we're using mustard powder. We're going to do about a teaspoon of this, maybe a little less. I'm actually going to open this. And then we're going to do a teaspoon of this. That'll do. Next, red chili flakes. A little bit of heat helps the peppers go a long, long way. Another option, if you don't want to do red chili flakes, is sometimes I'll take just like a little sliver of a fresh jalapeno and throw it in here. It gives it a really nice flavor. It's also important to know that what we're doing now, you can pickle anything with this brine. That was probably more chili flakes than I meant to add, but I guess Ashley won't eat them. It'll just be for me. You can use this same brine for any vegetable. You can make pickled jalapeños that are actually spicy. You can do this with asparagus, green beans. Fantastic, no matter what you want. Next, we're going to talk about the cucumbers. This is a Kirby cucumber. They're small, they're ugly, they're absolutely delicious. In my opinion, this is the best cucumber for pickling because it has a really thick outer skin, and I like a really crunchy pickle. I don't like the soft McDonald's style pickle. We want a pickle with heft, and Kirby cucumbers are going to absolutely give you that. Any cucumber you want will work, however, but you just need to make sure that you are not buying waxed cucumbers. Cucumbers are one of those products that most grocery stores sell, and they have a layer of wax on the outside. You're going to want to get a cucumber that's unwaxed. Kirby cucumbers are kind of hard to find at your normal grocery stores, but if you have a farmer's market or a small little produce stand, I guarantee you they're going to have them. And they're really, really cheap. I think these were like 99 cents a pound. I have, today, a crinkle cutter. These are absolutely adorable if you want your cucumbers to have the cute little crinkly ends like this. You don't need one. You can use a regular knife. I picked this up, well, not this one, but you can pick these up for like $4 at a Bed Bath & Beyond. You can also use a knife and make pickle spears out of them. Doesn't matter. Whatever shape you like your cucumbers to be, cut them into that shape. The thicker you make them, the crunchier they will be. However, the longer they will take to be pickled, I guess. I like mine very thick and crunchy. So I'm cutting mine about a 1/2 inch thickies. Just shove them in the jar. Awesome. So you're going to smash as many of these pickles in here as you possibly can fit. That's about how many I got. If you cut them thinner, you'll be able to fit more. But like I said, I like them thick and chunky. So next, we've got our brine that's been over here coming up to room temperature. We added 1.5 cups of vinegar, so I'm going to add 2 cups of cool water. I recommend using distilled water instead of tap water, unless you live somewhere that has good tap water. Just personal preference. So for every cup of water, it's going to be 3/4 cups of vinegar when you're making your brine. So you can make as much or as little of it as you want. I always like to make a little extra because I'd rather have too much than too little. We're going to go ahead and pour this in. Don't worry if it's still a little warm, that's okay. We're going to fill it all the way up to the top, just like so. Next, slap the lid on. Old pasta jars work great for this. I never try to throw away glass jars. Give it a good shake. Get vinegar all over your kitchen. And there you have it. We're going to throw this in the fridge and we're going to wait at least 24 hours. I think they taste best at 48 hours, but throw them in the fridge and ready to eat some pickles. Thanks for watching, guys.